Has the FBI gone apple bobbing for customer privacy? I'm Scott Schober, and this is your 2-minute cybersecurity briefing. The other night, I was asked to give my brief comments on NBC regarding this security encryption legal fiasco that's pitted Apple against the FBI.
To hack into the iPhone and bypass an encryption security feature.
Perception is our Apple data is secure because of encryption.
Security expert Scott Schober says agreeing to the order is a slippery slope that could affect all tech users.
But if Apple caves, and other technology companies soon will follow, Google and Microsoft, all of our personal data will be in jeopardy.
You should have the ability to protect it.
I was only given a few seconds to comment, so I wanted to elaborate more on some details here. The device in question is an iPhone 5C, which was apprehended soon after the tragic San Bernardino terrorist attack. It is password locked and encrypted and believed to contain vital evidence for the FBI, and since it was owned by the county of San Bernardino, it had been given over to the authorities to be used in the investigation in any way they see fit. So this is not a privacy issue, but that doesn't mean it could not become a privacy issue for all of us. Apple CEO Tim Cook published an open letter to make a case to not allow this phone to be hacked or unencrypted by anyone, not even this one time. He used words like backdoor and slippery slope when faced with the idea that Apple might be forced to hack their own phone. Cook has claimed in the past that all data is private and that even Apple cannot hack their latest generation of devices. But he's not using that argument in this particular case. Cook is taking his fight public in an effort to gain supporters of both the government and tech sectors, and so far, it seems to be helping. Presidential candidates like Trump and Rubio blast Apple for not complying with law enforcement, while tech companies like Facebook, Google, and Twitter have all publicly praised Apple for their stance. But the politicians stand to lose votes, and the tech companies stand to lose customers. So let's look at the most qualified opinions, tech and security experts. Famed iPhone hacker Will Starfock, also known as Chronic, is in favor of Apple's stance, saying, "The reason Apple stresses that this is a backdoor in its statement is because the order is specifically requesting that Apple make a modification that serves no purpose other than to weaken iOS security by allowing brute force attempts." Apple is simply being asked to hack their own security system to allow brute force attacks to guess the password. Why all the focus on a single iPhone? Well, it's clear to experts on either side that the government is looking to set a legal precedent here because they have the facts and probably cause to force Apple to unlock this phone. But what the politicians mostly fail to see, or at least admit, is that once this phone is unlocked, everyone from China to local law enforcement will line up outside of Apple headquarters demanding that their iPhones be unlocked as evidence for their law enforcement needs too. This creates an infinitely more dangerous landscape than any terrorist could even imagine. China could spy on all of our devices without our own government, who is also spying on us, even knowing it. I'm including all devices here because there's also no reason to doubt that Apple fails, so will Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and the rest of our tech sector. Apple has recently been granted an extension to comply with the original court order, making the new date February 26th. There are no signs of either side wavering yet, but a lot can happen in a few days. Stay safe.